Hey ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing exercise 4.18. I hope you can tell from the screen I've already created a project called exercise 4.18 and I've got a solution from student A's perspective. Okay, so here's the question. I don't want to waste too much of you guys. I don't want to waste too much time of you guys. I just want to jump straight to it without unnecessary words. Okay, so it's a student major and status problem. Okay, we gotta write, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, we gotta write a program that prompts the user to enter two characters and displays the major and the status represented in the characters. The first character indicates the major and the second character is the number character 1, 2, 3, 4, which indicates whether a student is a freshman, sophomore, junior, or a senior. Okay, suppose the following characters are used to denote the majors. Okay, so M for mathematics, C for computer science, I for information technology. These are our sample runs. So let's get back to our code. Again, I already created a solution. I'm simply gonna walk you guys through it, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna give out another one that I'll do as I'm recording, right? Because this one here, I just did it. I thought it'll be time consuming, so I just did it in advance, right? Okay, so what I did is I created a scanner, as everyone can see, and prompts the user to enter two characters. I stored those characters as a string on this variable called character, and I declared and initialized my output. So that output would either be mathematics, would be something like mathematics freshman, mathematics sophomore, computer science freshman. You get the picture. Okay, so I did it the inconvenience way, right? It's the solution, even though it works, I would say it is inconvenient. It is inconvenient. Why? It took care of all different possibilities. Different combinations of the two characters. So we dealt with M1, M2, M3, M4, C1, C2, C3, C4. I1, I2, I3, I4. Basically, on each case, I'm concatenating this with my output, right? I'm concatenating these words, with my outputs. Everyone sees what's going on here, so there's literally nothing much to say. Okay, however, if my user input is in one of these, if it is in one of, how many of them? Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's like 12 possibilities. So if a user decides to give me something else, I'll of course concatenate my output with invalid input, and then finally I display that. There's no need for me to even test this out. It's been a long day, people. I feel like I can't even talk anymore. Anyways, okay, so let's try something like M1. Remember, this is case sensitive. So you see M1 is a freshman, so C1 is also a freshman. So is I1. We can try all different 12 combinations, but I'm not gonna do that. You guys can do that at your own time. So it's information technology C now. that should be it for this tutorial, you guys. See you on the next one. Oh, again, before I close this, there's something I want to point out. You see, what I did here is I declared and initialized a variable called output. And then on each case, what I'm doing, I'm simply concatenating this, for instance, with my output. This isn't considered as a good way of doing it. Why? Simply because I'm basically in my memory, I'll be having two strings, right? However, in memory, of course, they are in the form of addresses. So I'll be having two memory addresses to store this variable here, input, the one with this, the one without anything inside, right? And another one, I'm not quite sure, like when it comes to it name, what it will be. But what I do know is that we're gonna have two memory addresses, and another one will contain this here. Why? It's simply because strings are immutable. So once you create one, you cannot modify it. It's gonna stay like that, right? In order to better understand this, you're gonna have to also understand the concepts of objects, right? Which is something we're not covered yet. So just so you know, I mean, simply put, what you gotta do, the rule of thumb is basically whenever you're working with strings, try to simply declare your variable and then do something like that, right? As opposed to creating a variable, a string variable, and then initialize it to something like that. I mean, that should be it for this tutorial, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, I'm gone.